for those just hopping in and joining with us, thank you for joining Tales from the Tidewater. We're 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons actual play podcast set in the wonderful wide world of Delmarva Peninsula, East Coast, United States of America, planet Earth. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but set in real boring places. But we make them exciting by adding dragons and shit. So,
because Delaware already has dungeons.
Prisons, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go. So yeah, that's our intro. But I want let's go around the table, and I guess Fuzz is going to be first this week because Astro is not with us. So what we're going to do is I want everybody to go around and say their name, who they're playing. We're a couple episodes in now, so we can go ahead and just introduce their character along with yourself. So, I'll start. My name is Alan. I am the Dungeon Master of this program. Thank you for joining us. I play everybody that isn't these fine folks, so I get to come up with voices that I unfortunately have to replicate later on, or change them to be easier. So, yeah.
Oh, he called us fine folks. And I'm Fuzz. And I'll be playing Timothy, and I hope Astro never comes back so I can always be first.
I'm Cut, Filthy Catman. I cast Uwu.
And in real life, his name is Josh.
And he also casts Uwu.
I'm Les, and I play Athena.
And my name's Rachel, and I play Hope.
Cool. And Astro would normally be the aforementionedly before Fuzz in the roundtable introductions, and he normally plays Psalm, the dwarf druid. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Who would like to do the recap of this episode? I know it's been 2 weeks since we streamed / recorded. So
didn't we roll last time?
We can roll. We're still figuring out the how we want to do this.
Everybody want it to just be torture?
Well, we can roll. Let's everybody roll a d20, and then we'll figure out. Maybe I'll pick whoever has the highest prime number, but somebody will have to tell me what prime numbers are.
Yeah, I think, judging by Rachel's and my reaction, that'll be us too.
That's a 12 from me.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Oh god, what
you,
is
it's
it?
not prime.
That's an 8 for me.
All right.
I got 15.
Okay. And Buzz, what'd you get?
Fuzz. Roll the
I got a
dice.
6.
6.
Ooh,
What? Wait. So
Nobody got a prime number.
no, I don't.
no primes.
No.
You could like all. They could all be prime numbers, and I wouldn't have even known just because I have no idea. I don't know why I listed that as an
Why would
option.
you pick that?
I don't know.
Sorry.
So who did somebody have a 15? Okay, Les had a 15. Les, what happened last time on Tales from the Tidewater?
Well, let's see. We went down this tunnel because we heard some screeching, and we went out there and we found a bunch of bats that were big. And I ran up and tried to hit one, and it didn't work ever. Other people ran up and did a better job of hitting said bats. And that was great. And that happened for a while. And then
Your dice need to go to dice jail, Les.
Yeah. We had a talk. One of the brothers, Marcus Magni, went and got carried away by an even bigger bat. So we was like, oh man, we gotta go save him because he's kind of cool, I think.
If I may jump in, the actual recap notes say Marcus Magni fucked around and found out.
I mean, there's that. And then we went and I guess we went to try and find him. We went down the tunnel that the bat took him to, and we found this guy in a uniform from like the Civil War. I think it was a Union uniform.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked to him, and he was baking bread. So we sat down at the bread table and broke bread.
Except for
Said
Cut.
bread too many times.
Cut specifically
Cut.
did not take bread.
I don't think Athena took bread either. No, she tried it because she's never had it before.
I'm a cat. I have to have an all-protein diet.
There's some protein in bread, maybe.
Oh, the guy's name was David. And
No.
it turned out... No, not David?
No, she was saying
What
no
was
to
his
me. There's no protein in bread,
Oh.
apparently.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I'm like, dang, I'm even worse at taking notes than I thought. I had 4 lines of notes.
Yeah, no, his name was David. Rachel wanted to ask, or Hope rather, wanted to ask him a million questions.
Right. Because we
So
were all
many
confused
questions.
about why he was there, and if anybody else had seen him, maybe thinking he was a ghost. Turns out he's not a ghost, but he is the same kind of bat that took the guy. And the bat's name is Magdalene. And we went and investigated the other bats, found out they have purple blood. So the blood we found on the boat was all people, and that's where we ended.
Yeah. Also, the kitchen ghost taught him how to bake, which is, you know,
The highlight.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, there was a kitchen ghost that taught him how to bake, and that's how he learned how to bake. And I'm done talking. That's a lot.
Thank you for the recap,
You
Les.
did. You
My
did
feet
good.
hurt. That was a lot.
It was fantastic. I'm freaking myself out because my video on the Discord on my screen is like super laggy for me. So like I'm watching myself talk a couple seconds behind the words that are coming out of my mouth, so it's freaking me out a little bit. I'm like, oh god, this isn't coming out like laggy for everybody, is it?
I haven't noticed.
A little bit.
Not for me.
Now that you said it, I can kind of see, but
I gotcha. Yeah, so that was what happened last time. You were on Peapatch Island, just to kind of fill in some of the more broader details. You covered most of the most immediate happenings. For those who have not been listening every episode, basically, work for Marv's Monster Maintenance. Got the name right that time. Good. You're on mission at Peapatch Island, Fort Delaware, to take care of the bat population, and things have gone incredibly awry. So, where we left off, like Les just said, you all had finished talking to David. He was cleaning up the kitchen, turning off the oven and stuff, and he was going to help you navigate the cells and such underneath of the prison, because it's dark, twilighty time. Twilight time of day, twilight, not sparkly vampires.
You saw how I reacted. I respect that. Shutting me down right away.
There's a clip of like somebody's like the real reaction of like if Twilight were real, like I know what you are, say it, vampire. He's like, what? No, what are you talking about? I thought it was funny. I think it was like a college humor skit or something.
So did David bring any of that bread with him for snacks?
I know that Hope took a couple pieces to go, like probably wrap them up in like a napkin or something and like put her.
That's right. I think I might have too.
Yeah, there's plenty of bread to go around. It's not magical bread or anything, but it's just good. So
Listen, magical or not, that bread is important to me.
That was rye or pumpernickel. I can't remember which.
Pumpernickel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe there's a future in breadmancy for David.
Ooh, breadmancy. I like that.
I like the idea of there being sorcerers just like devoted to the art of making magical breads.
Remind me to tell you about a fighter character that one of my friends told me about, where they baked their weapons and used them to fight with.
Like a sub roll is like a longsword?
Exactly.
I think it was a club made out of a baguette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go down into these catacomby things, right?
No. notes. I'm pulling up my notes.
Sounds good.
Okay, I thought you were saying no, and I was like,
notes.
railroad tracks lead where?
Oh,
I
he's
thought
got
it
a
was
map.
like
I call hacks.
Pulls out my gun. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, so you all are gathering, kind of like waiting. Logan is just like ready to go. He's like, I can't believe we wasted all this time eating fucking bread.
Have you seen how good this bagel is?
Wait, is there a bagel? Did you see a bagel?
I did now.
Uh,
It's magical bread, whatever.
Alright, so, I guess David kind of leads the way, but he goes down, and he can see that. Did we talk about this? Hope, you cast light on the end of something last episode, right? You talked
Radiance,
about it.
I think.
Well, no, we talked about
No.
being able to cast light multiple times, but you're only able to have one instance.
Yes.
Mm.
So I will cast. Well, let's say I cast light.
I thought you said your necklace last time.
Oh, we could do that. Yeah, that works.
That's
All
what
right.
it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some kind of personal importance necklace that I will cast it on and use it like a little lantern. So we can do that.
So you all, I assume, you cast light on your necklace. So the stairwell leading down into the, I keep wanting to say catacombs. Yes, that's the kind of vibe that they give off, but it's just like really old, like dank prison. So it illuminates the walls. They're all old brick stone walls, that you would imagine an old prison to be formed of. So I'm gonna line myself here with where you all are at, and not turn my head away from the mic like a fool. So you go down the stairs. It's all very wet. Like I said, it had rained previously, so a lot of the stuff is just condensating a lot with moisture. Really ambient kind of drip noises through it. It's obviously not like a super watertight kind of facility being built in the 100 some years ago. Don't quote me on what the actual years of the Civil War took place, because I would not be able to tell you. So basically, the way this is going to work, we're in more of a kind of left turn, right turn kind of thing. There's a lot of hallways and tunnels. So don't want to describe every single hallway as just you see a hallway left or right. You see that, you know what I mean? I'm not going to describe. It's basically more or less all the same architecturally. So you get down the stairs, it turns to the left as soon as you come in, and there's a fork, one that goes off to the left again, and one that goes straight forward in front of you. So David, I guess, man, I've written myself into a corner already saying that that there's somebody that knows how to get through it, because it kind of takes out some of the dungeoneering on your end, doesn't it?
Kill him off.
Yeah, David dies.
David, no!
No.
David!
We literally hardly knew ye.
I mean, you could have David run off just for no reason. Just
Yeah,
be
that'd
like
He's scared of radiance, because we were talking about using it, wouldn't we, Hope?
something. Yeah.
Could have an effect on him, and he could run away.
Yeah.
Dunno.
So
Only if it works, though.
he comes down and he looks ahead at the straight forward, and the door is actually, he kind of looks up and goes to walk through a door, like a wooden door, and it's like, that's odd. That's not the voice that I used for David last week. No, he goes, that's odd. This is the way, but I can't seem to get through the door. Any of you good with doors? I could turn into a bat and get, but there's no windows on these doors.
I'm guessing the door's locked or something?
It appears to be.
So, David, how do you normally get through the door?
Well, it's not normally locked.
Ah.
I could absolutely jack up those locks with these mitts.
Is it just Alan? Is it just like a normal, like where the knob locks, or is it something else?
It's an old-fashioned like type of lock.
Can I?
Can I shoot it?
Oh, wait. Can I cast Mage Hand? Because I don't have to cast it at a point I can see. It's a point I choose within range. And use it to kind of feel up the back of the door and see if there's a latch that I can get.
Okay, yeah, I will allow that, but I'm going to have you do an Arcana roll to kind of facilitate, like, you actually using your arcane whatever to kind of feel for it, you know.
You know what? It's a cantrip. Let's go. You know.
Yeah,
why
that's
not
kind of
try
like
it before we shoot it and alert everything to our presence here.
Also, I can pick locks. I mean, I can.
Well, I mean, I guess that works. Would you like my revolver to pick the lock with?
I vote her.
How does a 9 work? Okay, I dissipate the mage.
You don't seem to be able to find the, you can't seem to make your way around the back of the latch to unlock it from the other side.
I just imagine this. I imagine this going something like, wait, I've got it. Wait, hang on. Wait, I've got it. Hey, wait. Okay, fine.
I as well vote for Athena since she can pick locks.
I vote for Athena. I have sensitive ears being a cat, and I don't need to poop myself today.
There's enough poop around this place already.
Yeah,
Logan also chimes in. He's like, do I get a vote? Because I also vote for Athena.
Hope throws up her hands and is like, fine!
21.
Alright, with the 21...
Yes.
So you hear the lock click, but instead of it opening, the door is still, like... you hear the door unlock, so you know that the lockpick worked. So go ahead and you can try the door.
Oh, we forgot.
Yeah,
Forgot what we get.
the door actually seems to be stuck in place by some other means than pure locks.
Oh, that's better than what I was thinking.
Now, when you say that, do you mean that the hinges are jammed?
I do not.
Okay.
It seems
It's
like
probably barricaded.
It seems like no, it's not even like you're feeling physical resistance from something on the other side. It feels like there is something that is it doesn't really, it kind of defies your sense. Give me anybody who wants to give me an Arcana roll, or even
Can I trust type magic?
Let's go again. 2.
Never mind.
Oh man,
18.
All of us?
anybody who wants
Hope
to.
is killing it with the intelligence checks tonight.
Okay, you know what? Whatever. Chance roll. 7.
15.
Yeah. Athena, you get the feeling that this door is being held shut by magic.
Oh, that's not fair. That's cheating.
You know, the door can't be held shut if I shoot it into splinters.
Wait, it's a plot barrier. Let's go around.
That's called Alan forgot to do that. Yeah, he gave you somebody who knew the way, so I need you to go through at least a certain amount of content for the episode length. But it also makes sense for like what I have in mind.
That's a hell of a name for a spell, Alan.
I'm sorry. So yeah, the way forward is blocked that way. So it looks like the way is shut. They are coming. Which one of you is the Pippin in this situation?
Oh, that'd be cut.
I don't know who that is.
Merry and Pippin from the Mines of Moria and Lord of the Rings, where they drop a skeleton down a well and alert all of the
I've never
goblins.
seen the first one and the hobbits.
The hobbits are the worst ones, so...
That's honestly
and die.
wow. Okay, a lot of really strong opinions just came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, let's calm down.
The hell you say,
the
sir.
interview that is in this room right now.
I'm just
The
saying.
only thing I was gonna do is say, Alan, that's what Gandalf reads out of the book in that scene. That's not what the hobbits say, okay? But anyways.
All I was saying is that they didn't need to insert Legolas in like every 5 scenes in the Hobbit movies. He wasn't even there.
That is fair.
So we go around the door.
You go back, so you would go to the entryway that was to your left. Now you're right because you walked up the hallway to go to the door, and there's a little hallway that snakes down. And so can you all give me a marching order? I assume that there's probably some sort of rhyme or reason to how you're leading your group down through these hallways.
I'm
13.
I'm gonna be caboose.
Okay.
I would probably be in the middle.
You have the light though.
Oh, you do have the light.
Oh.
But I have dark vision, so I don't mind going ahead.
Cut has dark vision, yes. As
Okay.
as does
Up to 60 feet.
Athena.
Are we single file marching or
The halls are 5 foot wide, so it's pretty much a
Mhm.
single.
Yeah, with our weapons.
Let me give you all a little description of just how some of these hallways are laid out. Somewhere in here, it tells me how high the ceilings are, because I'm sure that's something that will come up, even though I would never imagine that the height of the ceilings would come into play, but it always does. I'm gonna go ahead and say,
Like 10 feet, like 8 to 10 feet for like a normal, like
yeah,
one.
I'm gonna say they're
story
10-foot
thing.
ceilings. That makes sense. It's all smooth stone, and there are unlit lamps and torches about every 40 feet or so.
so? I mean, Hope will probably still be last, but I mean that way, we've got people with dark vision in the front, and like the area around us is lit with some dim light casting forward, so that should be okay.
Okay, so Hope's in the back. Cut said he was fine being in the front. I guess he's up front, kind of with David.
Yeah, or I'll hand my pendant to David. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be kind of in the middle.
Right now, I would say that I have my short sword out, not the long.
For ease of motion in a smaller space.
Yep, don't need to goblin slayer it up.
Yeah, got it. All right. So, Athena, did you say where you were?
I guess I'll be behind Cut, somewhere in the middle.
Okay, cool.
Woo!
Let's go
Dark
ahead and
vision
say
team.
it's David, Cut, Athena, Tim.
I'll be in the back if no one wanted to be in the back.
Well, I think Hope said
yeah,
she was fine being in
actually,
the back.
I'll be second to last.
Okay. So Tim is in the back, and I'm gonna say that Logan also casts light on and he casts it on the front of his shield. So you have two sources of light, and he's gonna stagger himself a little bit apart from Hope, so that way the light's a little bit spread out.
Okay. So marching orders: David, Cut, Athena, maybe me, then Logan. Hope.
Doesn't matter.
Tim.
Let's
Logan.
say let's say that Logan is just ahead of Athena.
Okay, that works.
He's hot on trying to get to find his brother-in-law, so he's up there, and it gives you a little bit of space between the two light spells.
Got it.
So, okay, we have marching order. So path goes down up a little bit, and give me a perception check.
Just the people in the front, or everybody?
Let's say Cut. Let's say Cut, since you said you were up front with David. Go ahead and give me a perception check, since you specifically said you wanted to be a little bit ahead.
8.
Oh, big 8. Let's see. What is an 8?
Yep.
For you?
So that's about 60 feet of nothing.
Yeah. Everything seems normal. You come up and you see an opening up into a room, a little bit ahead of you. That's what you see.
Okay.
So, yeah. You all want to proceed, or that's your prerogative. There's basically the pathway kind of goes. It does like a little stair motion on like the overhead map. It goes left, down, up, straight to the room. If that makes sense. Like not like actual like up and down elevation, but like as far as like turns and twists in the actual tunnel.
Look, it's the only hill in Delaware.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this out of the way. All right, what does a 21 armor class do for you, Cut?
You're giving him a 21
You
AC?
mean-
That's very generous of you.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it hits.
a 21 attack roll. Yes.
Yeah, that's that hits.
Oh no.
All right,
Do you want me to be specific about that?
Yeah, I'm about to. So you feel
it's over 9.
Yeah, you feel because you have dark vision, but your perception was not great. You feel tiny little things like surrounding around your feet and like crawling and biting, and you
Ground bats.
ground bats. Just just take off the bottom of that bee and you're closer. And you take wow, this are pretty okay. That's it. You are gonna take 7 points of damage, and if you'd like to, I will tell you because you're the first one to come in. You are covered in a swarm of rats. So if you've taken 7 points of damage, so feel free to call out or let your compatriots know what's going on.
Oh, how the tables have turned!
This is for I don't know. This is for some sort of retribution between mice and cats.
A cruel irony.
This is for Sir Mousington.
Sir Mousington's gonna be a character that pops up now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and so that was a surprise round. Let's go ahead and get an initiative roll real quick. Cut. I will go ahead and since you're now aware that there are creatures in the room, there's a swarm that is on you, and that there are 2 other swarms in the room.
I'm happy to report I have not been dicked over by the dice this time.
Oh, I rolled
19.
very poorly for the rat swarms though, so you guys are gonna get a good college try at them before they get to do anything.
Yeah, let's go fuzz down in order for the rolls once Alan's ready.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I have to find a piece of paper that I haven't written timestamps on for editing. Okay, rats go on. Ooh, their dex is not great, which is surprising. But
Nah, they're little rats.
The logic in that is that they're very hard to hit because they are small creatures. That's usually like the train of logic in my mind.
But I guess a swarm of them, there's too many of them for them to be hard to hit.
Yeah. You're going to hit something if you hit it.
There you go.
Okay. Fuzz, go ahead.
That'll be 18 initiative.
Oh. Ooh, nice. Okay.
What's your dex mod?
3.
Cool.
Good. Okay. 18. Alright. What is cut going on? 19 you rolled?
19.
Is that with your dex?
20 with dex. Mod 20.
Okay, cool. 20. Alright. Athena.
17.
Okay.
Everybody's killing it
Yeah,
today.
you guys are like, yo, fuck these rats in particular. And what's going on?
Hope's going on an 18, but no modifier, so I'll go after Fuzz.
Okay, cool. So Hope is gonna go there, and Logan rolled very unfortunately, so he is gonna go last. And I guess I should roll for David. Ooh, where is my paper for? I guess I need to. He's just gonna get a neutral roll because I need a humanoid character sheet for him, not a bat character sheet for him.
I mean, we can just kind of have him stand to the side for this if you want, or...
Yeah, that's probably for the best. He doesn't have any weapons or anything, and it's really too small for him to really do too much.
Yeah, and I mean, depending on how long he's been a human for, he might not even have any weapons training, question mark, but
probably...
anyways.
we'll see.
At him.
He's just the cook.
And I feel like after that, Cut is like, get out of the way, like stand aside.
Well, it's funny that you say that. Cut actually gets to go first, which it makes a lot of sense since he just got.
Alrighty. So, it is safe to say that I'm covered in fucking rats right now. Yes.
They're in. So the thing with rat swarms is that they have the ability to occupy the same space as another creature that is bigger than them. So they are up around your feet, on your legs and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say they're up on your body really.
Okay.
You can still move normal, everything.
Okay. Would it take an action to switch weapons here?
I think drawing and putting away a weapon would be your action. I'm almost positive. Because I know this.
You know what? It doesn't matter because I can just wield the long in one hand and the short in the other.
I think there's literally a feat that lets you quick draw, or a rogue feature that lets you do it as part of your movement or something like that. So if you're not moving, I'd say you'd be able to do it fine. I think just
I'm
real
not
quick.
Gonna move.
I'd say that you should be able to do that fine if you just trade your movement for using your movement to take your weapon out.
All right, so I'm going to pull out. Then I'm going to pull out my longsword and activate acid for its element.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a big hit at the ground at some rats.
Just stab it downward, like you're trying to sheathe the sword in the center.
No, this is going to be a slash.
A slash.
I'm not fully aware that I can splash acid out of the blade. I believe that the blade is just made of acid and.
Gotcha.
That's the gimmick.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to take a slash.
Take a slash.
Wait. Oh, that wasn't good. Hold on.
I believe in you.
It was a 7.
Total?
Yeah, that's with Dex, right? Wait, that's with Dex, right? Or
it's with your proficiency bonus plus your attacking modifier, which for you as a fighter, is your weapon a finesse weapon? Because if it's a finesse weapon, you can use your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier when attacking, I believe.
No, I do not believe that it is a finesse weapon.
So you use your strength. Strength plus proficiency bonus to hit.
Strength plus proficiency.
Yes.
Okay, then it's plus 3, so it's 10.
Okay, 10 meets.
Yeah.
So you are tell me how you attack these ground.
I take a nice long
bats.
slash. I duck down and take a nice long Ryuga wa Teki no Kurao, and just slice up some rats.
All right. Some real Genji action there. So how much damage do you
More
do?
like Stenchy down here.
Stenchy damage. How much roll for damage then? You hit.
Right. And that's with the longsword, 1d8.
Plus, it'll be 1d8 plus your strength.
It was a 4.
Plus your strength modifier.
That's a 4.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I just want to make sure. Okay. Cool.
But it is acid damage, so I don't know if that.
Oh, that's something I need to. Let me look.
I was gonna say, is it finesse weapon?
No,
we already asked.
it's a great weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I took great weapon fighting for fighter, so.
Your short
Gotcha,
sword
gotcha.
would be considered a finesse weapon.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
What else I was gonna say is by the player's handbook, you can draw or stow a weapon, but if you draw and stow a weapon in your turn, you do forfeit your action. So.
Well, can I make 2 attacks because I'm dual wielding?
Yes, you just don't get to add, right?
You don't get to add your proficiency bonus, I think, to the second attack. I think is how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I still have the short sword. Let's do this.
Les, you look like you have something to add, or you look like you were looking something up.
No, I was thinking about, and I was like, no fighter, cause never mind. Nope, you're good. You're good. You got it.
Okay.
I need to.
So for the second hit with the short sword, that's an 11 with 14.
So you're using a great weapon, so doesn't it take both your hands?
No, it's a long sword, but it does have the quality
Versatile.
Yeah, like
so
that.
So you were using it one-handed. Got it.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, that makes sense then. You say that. Does that count for great weapon? I guess it
has versatile, and that was what it said.
I would say with the great weapon.
The
The great weapon fighting thing would only count if you were wielding it specifically two-handed, because the great weapon fighter is when you roll a 1, correct?
Yeah, but we didn't have to do that. So
he's fine. It's under great weapon fighting. The weapon must have the two-handed or versatile property to gain the benefit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Les for the save there. All right, so go ahead. 14 hits, yes.
And
wait, what did you say on the other one? 4?
7. Yeah, the other one was 4. This one's 7.
Okay, but
so I was looking up 2-weapon fighting. Like I'm fine with doing it for this, but the only way you can it says when you take the attack action and with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can then use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand.
Okay, so you technically.
So it looks like they both have to be light weapons.
Yeah, so normally
I cannot do that then.
Yeah. Well, I haven't written it down yet, so we'll retcon that. So good catch on that. So that's 4 damage on that first rat for that turn.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let me write down the rest of the rats here so I can keep myself square with people's hit points. I still keep meaning to download a initiative hit point tracker on my phone, but I'm a fool.
You like to torture yourself.
Yeah. All right, Tim, it's your turn. You are at the back, so I'd say you're probably back at the corner of the last turn because it's a little bit of a hallway down because Cut didn't move. He was only in one step into the room, so you could move, but you can move through friendly spaces without any issue. It's only moving through enemy spaces that you cannot do.
So you said I'm around a corner?
You're at the back of the procession, so like you can see everything, but like there's also like 4 people in front of you.
And that's fine. That's why I have guns.
Yeah.
So, and this, I mean, like, sort of like using meta knowledge, but I know in the past, like, swarms have acted like they've had their own specific rules. So I was going to try to roll a nature roll to try and understand how I think it would be best to fight a swarm of rats.
Yeah. You can go ahead and give me a nature roll because beasts are your favorite enemy. So do you get that with? Excuse me.
I was looking. I do not get advantage on rolls. So I get advantage on like things for like tracking them and whatnot, but not for like knowledge
knowing
rolls.
about them. Got that.
But that would be a 12 nature check.
I think from that. I think that's basically it's not a super uncommon creature. Everybody's familiar with rats. I would say that with that, that they are, easily startled, and once, you kind of break them up, they don't really pose a whole bunch of a threat.
Okay, so they're easily started. I will shoot at them with my revolver. Let me double check the range on that.
The one that's the swarm that's around Cut.
Oh, I didn't hear that there was other swarms. How many swarms are there?
I originally put that there was 2 other swarms, but I think for the interest of time, I'm going to say that there was 1 other swarm. Yeah, it looked like there was 2 other swarms, but in the darkness, it really revealed only 1 other swarm.
It's just a wriggling mass of rats.
So I'll shoot at the other swarm then to try and just keep it to this one swarm that's already on us.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Roll it up. I like to imagine that looks like so you're at the back and you're kind of like leaning over top of like around Logan and just kind of like pointing your gun.
18.
Ooh, 18. 18 is a hit.
13 damage.
13 damage. Golly. No.
And bang!
My God, man, just kick the rat.
My feet aren't that long.
Okay, you said 13 math. Got it. Alright. Wowie. Okay. So, with that the swarm in the back dissipates and just runs away.
Swarm in the back.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I'm out.
They don't have that many hit points. Basically, like you did over half their hit points in one go. Like they're not here to fuck around and find out. They're rats.
Awesome.
It's the kitty again.
It's the kitten.
It's always a cute kitty.
Oh, it's your little squirmy baby.
Okay.
Sorry.
That was Tim's turn. We have to appreciate the kitten when we see the kitten.
Sorry,
I do.
they brought her back.
Oh, it's fine.
That's okay.
We are not complaining.
That's perfectly. It's great.
We have to set aside a certain amount of minutes per episode for kitty time. So it is Hope's turn now.
All right. She is going to just kind of get on her tippy toes and just point. Because I assume she's behind some people, but she's gonna blast them.
Yeah, there's the one that is by Cut's feet still.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm just gonna shoot at your feet and hopefully not incinerate your feet because I'm targeting the rats.
It's gonna be like an old West movie where like they're having like a gunfight and like they keep shooting at each other's feet and they just like tiptoe their feet back and forth to try and avoid getting shot.
A quick question: how are we handling crits again?
I believe we.
I thought we said max.
We just did max damage last time.
Max damage?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. 10. That is a natural 20.
All right. So, what's your max damage? Is 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I pointed. I point at them and I go, "Spirit God!" Yeah.
Yusuke would be proud.
Yes, you would.
All right, and with that, those rats also vanish. I'm out of here. Again, like that wasn't designed to be like a super lengthy encounter. There's a lot more prison to go through. This is like there's stuff down here. Some of it's harmless, some of it's less harmless.
Hungry rats.
All right, very nice. There are now no longer any rats. Now that you're in the room, you can kind of see that there is a couple of cells along lining the walls. It's about a 15-foot by 25-foot room. There's like basically a couple cells on the wall, maybe a bench or two for like with a coat rack and like where people can hang keys or something like that. You know, very much like the scene in the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie where all the cells are lined up along the wall and there's like you could see like the little corridor in front of it where the dog could walk around with the keys in its mouth. That very much that kind of like aesthetic for this prison. Just less charming and less Johnny Depp. So we are no longer in combat initiative. David kind of like poked his head around and was like, "Good job." I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. don't much fancy killing other creatures if I can help it, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's kind of our job, so don't worry about it.
All right, so you carry on. You can carry on. There's basically that room opens up into another hallway, and long hallway, probably about 25. No, actually probably closer to 40 feet long hallway, and it goes to a door that opens up, and it's another room about the size of the room that you just fought the rats in, and everybody's in the room this time. I'm not trying to trick you. Give me oh, that's what I did. Yeah, give me a perception roll, everybody.
God damn it. 8.
12.
23.
Yes.
Never mind. 14.
Okay. I mean,
You could still see it
yeah,
too.
you can still.
I know. It just felt silly to be like 14.
You So this room opens up. There's a little like officers room kind of down here, like for the officers to kind of like do paperwork, or just kind of have like a sitting area while they're like on shift or on breaks and stuff like that. In between, there's a little office that is behind that, which you assume is probably like a warden's office or something like that. And then there's a hallway. Down the hallway, however, you fuzz, and I'm gonna say, well, Athena, Les, what was your perception roll again?
The 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, I think it was just fuzz, because nobody else met the threshold I was looking for. You, Fuzz, or Tim rather, you hear the sound of like what it sounds like voices coming down from the hallway.
I'll look around, kind of jerk my head around, look down the hallway. Can I? I'm guessing I can't see as far as it feels like I can hear the voices, right?
No, so the hallway you can see from where the room you're at in, it immediately turns off to the left but it goes down about like 15-20 feet, and then it turns left, so you can't see past where the light spell like hits the edge of that wall before it turns.
Okay, I think Hope's right in front of me, so I'll kind of lean down and be like, I think I hear some people talking up ahead.
We're all in the next room, right? About 40 feet away from the rat attack room.
I assume you all, like, I'm not going to micromanage you guys and make it, well, you didn't say you moved up to the room. Or,
Yeah.
That's no fun for anybody.
Okay. So we are in a room, we can't see the whole room, and we don't see where the noise is coming from?
You're in the room, the room with the break area for the people that would have been working as guards or whatever, but the hallway leads off of that and then turns to the left. From down that left turn. Again, this is probably might be something that we're still working on our logistics. It might be something where I have a Roll20 map up just for everybody can see what I'm doing. But I guess it kind of makes me, for the audio medium for podcasting, it makes it a little better for the audience listening and not watching, because they won't be able to see the map.
Right. But I will, I'll lean back to Tim and I'll go, are they coming this way?
Does it sound like they're stationary or coming towards us, away from us?
Are they getting louder?
It sounds like it's farther away.
Okay. Like, is it getting farther away, or is it the volume level not really changing that I can hear?
It doesn't sound like it's going any further or any closer.
Okay, so we'll just avoid. Go ahead, Cut.
So they're saying still.
It appears to be.
It sounds like they're just standing still. Also, Alan, I wanted to. So since this is their break room, do they have any non-decaf coffee things for a Keurig that we could take back to our shop?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Fuzz, but it's like a break area more for like back when the prison was a prison, not like a break room for. This is not a current break room. This is like This is an old timey like. I've been working as a guard for the prison for a couple hours. Those Confederates are really like wearing me down.
Cookies over there making the sloppy joes for the rest of the team.
It's stale after all these years.
Yeah.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
Nah.
We should call this show the quest for better coffee.
It's just like Zombieland and Twinkies.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we just support our local coffee shop is all we do instead of bringing the caffeine into the office. But still,
I can support that.
So if they're not coming down the hallway, let's not attract their attention, or we make a noise, make them come this way, and then we ambush them.
Ambushes are pretty good. I like that plan.
Yeah, and if they are people that I don't know, because they sound like people. I don't know if that's more bad people or not, or what that might be, or if they're bad people or good people. But let's find that out.
Let's ambush first, ask questions later.
Yeah, I like that. So let's go ahead and flank the doorway there, and then what spells do I have that I can do this with? Let me think. Yes, I do have thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
What are you gonna do with your thaumaturgy?
I am going to create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice within range. Let me see. I don't know. What should I say, guys?
It's like, where am I? How did I get here?
Hey, yo, where the club at?
This isn't where I parked my car.
Oh my god.
Like,
I've got a splinter.
like, act like you're like a tourist that got stuck down here.
Perfect. Yes, I will.
There's a snake in my boot.
How did I get here, guys?
We're not in Kansas
We
anymore.
want sandwiches.
Exactly. So some mix or some amalgam of those. Hope is going to go ahead and cast thaumaturgy and go, oh my god, how did I end up here? What? Where's my car? What happened? What am I doing? And in an attempt to lure them to come to investigate the sound.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so Hope is, you are basically kind of surrounding the area, the tunnel that leads down that hallway to ambush anything that comes through.
Yeah, we're like standing, on the
Off
sides
side.
of the doorways, kind of 2 on each side, maybe, 3 and 2, just so that they will end up running into the room and then we can pounce.
Gotcha.
In a sense.
Alright.
What do you mean by pounce?
Nothing. Why? Does that offend you?
No, but I'll afflict you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright, let's move on. So you make that noise and you kind of hear it echo down the hallway, making it reverberate a little bit away from where you all are standing, and then you don't hear anything for a while, and then suddenly, Hope, you give me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't like that. Why? What did I do? Shit. Okay, that is an 18 to save.
I wasn't smiling at your save. I was smiling at the little kitten running behind Les on her bed. She was like,
it's so
was so
good.
cute.
Just romping on the bed.
I am so sad that I missed that, but honestly, I was contemplating my doom.
yeah.
I mean, you can see it in the recap.
I hope. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. You rolled well. You do not have bad things happen to you, but you hear, and I guess everybody hears this. You hear a loud, like echoing voices, like, "You shouldn't be here. You need to get out." And then it echoes booming. If I was a really good editor, I would like put some sort of filter effect over my voice there for the podcast recording, but I'm not. So you have to use your imaginations. And it echoes throughout the room. And it kind of nobody has any negative effect. Actually,
Okay. So
you don't take any damage.
well-
Let me
So thaumaturgy lasts for 1 minute. So I'm gonna say, "Come here and make me."
Okay, make another wisdom saving throw.
Why?
I don't know what you expected.
I don't know either. No, fuck me.
Okay, what was your roll? And
Got a 9.
and
no.
yeah, and actually that time I think it would make more sense that everybody make one.
Oh fuck!
You
Thankfully.
said that was a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, wisdom.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh, very good.
Oh, biscuits.
This is one of those moments where I would say the risk I took was calculated, but boy, am I bad at math.
Okay, so Cut got a 20. Who got a 10? Tim got a 10. Athena?
Fuck, man, I can't even read.
I got a 7.
Oh no!
I got a 7.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh no! Well, listen.
Wait. Okay. I gotta read this. I'm gonna hide the back of my card here so I can.
Oh man. I wish this thing were just in general wisdom check. Well, saving throw, but still.
Ooh, that's nasty. I don't know if I want to do that to y'all.
What?
What's it?
If
If you tell us, we can let
You
you know.
can't
if it's
say that.
I can. I just did.
No.
So who got over a 13? I think just Cut, right?
Yeah, it's a no.
I don't know if I could do this because I could literally like effectively kill Fuzz's character just by like logistics.
So what happened? My
I'm
baby
not gonna-
spilled beer on herself, and
I'm not gonna do the effect that this thing actually does. I think it wouldn't be as big of a deal for Athena, but for literally everybody else, it would be. So I'm gonna read out the text. I'm gonna lessen it. I think is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna. So let me roll this up.
Coward.
I don't want you to kill my entire cast in one encounter. Because somebody tried to antagonize the angry voice.
You're not my
I
supervisor.
made a mistake.
Episode 5, everybody. That's
Oh, God. All right.
What?
All right.
Hope goes back. She's like, I tried to save them, but it just didn't work out.
All right. The three of you who did not. So who got? Actually, who got fewer than 5 below a 13?
No, nobody did.
Nobody did. I was the lowest. I got a 7.
7
We got
is
7, 9, and 10.
7 is 5 away from 13.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the only one I think. Who got a 7? Was that you, Ez?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
7,
No.
8, 9, 10,
7 is
11,
5 away
12.
from 12.
Yeah, 5 or more away from the threshold. If
Oh,
you
no.
fail by more than 5, an extra thing happens. That's what I was getting at. I didn't explain that
I
well.
thought you said 5 or less. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I did say 5 or less. I'm a dumb.
That's okay.
Okay, so everybody except for Cut is frightened for 1 minute. And you can't really tell as much of the next part that happens to Athena, but Athena, you feel just suddenly really, really tired. Like you've just been through like a great ordeal, like all of a sudden. And so I will make a note to go over this after this encounter is over, but I don't really want to like give it away. I guess it doesn't really matter. You have so you just failed a save against a horrifying visage, which you just aged 8 years.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hence why I said I could not. It could have been so originally the text was 2d4. Oh, actually no, 4 years. 4 years. I lied. It was only 1d4.
Okay.
Okay.
The original roll was 1d4 times 10 years. So I'm cutting that down. I'm house ruling that because that would have literally killed Fuzz if he had rolled a 4.
Oh yeah, I'd be dead.
Oh my god.
Like 80-year-old Tim like wandering around in Fort Delaware.
What the fuck kind of a level appropriate spell is that?
Well,
It's-
I am in Delaware. It's time to die.
It's
Okay, so
it's actually relatively decent challenge rating for you guys. This is for the amount of people you have in your group.
That's fair. I guess we could say we avoided it because it's a horrifying visage and none of us actually saw it.
Yeah, so you guys are frightened for 1 minute, and then so this room
Details of the frightened status are in the general chat if you need to look at those real quick.
yeah, for the people listening,
If anyone needs to.
frightened.
On the plus side, it can age you up, so now you can drink legally.
Yeah,
oh boy.
lost Rachel
Okay.
there for a minute. She'll be back, I'm sure. The frightened condition, just for those listening at home, a frightened creature is disadvantaged on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and the creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear, which you do not know what it is yet, because it has not, as of yet, made an appearance. That will be remedied shortly. So, go ahead, Rachel.
Quick question: are Logan and David also frightened? How'd they do?
That's a great question. Let me just do a quick roll here. Oh, yeah, Logan also. Logan ages slightly less than Athena does, and then David.
Logan's beard is slightly grayer.
David is good,
Okay.
but Logan is like. "Ugh." Like his beard like splits out onto like 3 different sections off of his face. like a trident or something. I don't know. Like some like
Oh my
old
gosh.
cartoon, like Yosemite Sam looking thing. And so with that, you all sudden with that in effect, you all get a sudden chill, and you can kind of like see like frost kind of appearing on the side on some of the sides of the stone. And were you preparing anything, Hope, or you were just casting thaumaturgy, right?
I guess I was just casting thaumaturgy, but I mean the intent was definitely to ambush whatever came down the hallway.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
up to you if I get a prepared spell or anything, because I probably would have prepared to blast whatever came through.
I would say that if you had passed your roll for fear, I would say that you would probably have gotten one, but you've kind of your nerves are a little shot right now. And from out, just appearing through the closed door of the warden's office, you see a figure just walk through the closed door, and you see a man with a close trimmed, well, not close trimmed, like a little longer of a beard, maybe about Fuzz's length in real life, but it's gray, and he's got short-cut hair, kind of gray, again, graying at the temples, and a red Civil War uniform. And you can see through him.
Isn't it gray and blue?
For the Union,
For the
yes.
uniforms? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was blue versus gray. Okay.
Blue
never-
versus red, I
Look.
think.
I don't know. I
Wait.
don't know history like that.
Wait, no, I might be thinking of the Revolutionary War instead of the Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Britain
it's a-
was very much red.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that.
That's what I was
don't know
thinking.
about
It's a
the-
gray uniform. It is not. It is
The
not.
British are not coming here.
No. Good catch. My wife teaches social studies
Okay.
in middle school.
And you pay her no mind when she talks.
I was gonna say you should definitely have her proofread your notes.
She's mostly doing civics and like election stuff right now, so like I can be forgiven, and I'm not in her class.
I don't even know
Good
that.
thing you're not in their class, Alan.
That's not on the lesson plan. I don't need to know that today.
Yeah, and I think that might be a good spot to end our episode. David, being nonplussed by the apparition, he looks over at him and he's like, General James Archer, haven't you tormented enough people this millennia? And that's where we're gonna end our episode.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, before we need to officially close out our episode for the recording purposes, thank you everybody for hanging out in the Twitch chat, and thank you for everybody for downloading and listening to our show. We would appreciate it if you left a 5-star rating on your podcasting app of choice. As of this recording, I believe that we are on most major podcast platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and I think I'm working on getting it on the Google Store Play, whatever function that people use for that. I know somebody has inquired about that, but please leave a review on one of those platforms. It really doesn't seem like it does a lot, but for like shows like ours trying to get a start, it really does matter. Like every little bit of support helps, so we very much appreciate you. And I'm going to read through we have a bunch of people in our Twitch stream tonight. So just to skip around a little bit, A10, Dackard, Commander Root, Fuzz Grendel is obviously our one and only Fuzz, HMS Vesper, Hobfoot, our moderator, not moderator, Lurks, Pirated Sheep, who is Rachel, Scom TTV, and Thicker. Thank you very much for hanging out with us for the first half of this stream, and if you're listening at home, you'll have to catch in with us next week. And until next time, you will not know what General James Archer is going to do to our fine band of pest controllers. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.